Welcome to the We Are VIP podcast. Each week, your host, Casey Hasten, Director of Recruiting at VIP, will bring you valuable insights from thought leaders, introduce you to incredible companies, and bring you tips for landing your dream job from our team of executive recruiters at VIP. And now, Casey Hasten.
Welcome to the We Are VIP podcast, a podcast devoted to adding value to your candidate or career search, brought to you by VIP. I'm your host, Casey Hasten. I'm an executive recruiter, director of recruiting with VIP, and your all-around hiring guru. Today, I have brought guests to you mainly because I ate at their restaurant and it was fabulous. But then after hearing their story, I wanted to bring it in and explore it a little bit more. So let me tell you a little bit about our guests today. I'd like to welcome Alda Boiani, and I already warned them that I was going to mess this up. She is the co-founder and CEO of 12 Cuts Steakhouse here in Dallas. That's where I met them. Actually, I met them at Success North Dallas and then went to eat at the restaurant. She's joined by Michele MacArthur right here to my right, Vice President of Sales and Marketing. Alda and her husband, Juarez de Conto, I'm going to call him JJ, as all his friends do, moved here from Brazil to the United States in 1997 to help debut the first American Fogo de Chao, located here in Addison. After 20 years in the business, they decided to create their own version of an authentic Brazilian steakhouse with South American flair. The 12 Cuts menu features 12 cuts of meat, including filet mignon, strip loin, bottom sirloin, and rack lamb. Thank you for joining us today, guys. Y'all have an incredible story to tell, and I can't wait to share it with our audience. But first, let's talk about that meal the other night. It was amazing when we visited. And
thank you.
Yeah, and I understand that you've brought some of your own recipes from your country, correct?
Yes, and some recipe from Argentina too.
Well,
like the empanada that you tried there. So.
Oh, I know that they came bearing gifts, guys. There's like food out there, and I can smell it right now. So as soon as we're done, we're going to go have a little feast. Sorry. So tell us a little bit more about 12 Cuts and what brought you to create the restaurant. What did you want to do differently, and what makes you unique?
Well, Alda and Juarez, they wanted to share the South American culture with the world. And having the elements of the Argentinian cuisine, making it just a little bit different than what their past restaurants they had. So they wanted to bring a South American flair from the Pampas region, which is where the best beef in the world comes from.
Pampas?
Pampas.
Pampas. I'm learning all sorts of new dialect today.
Yeah, and they have, just with that, it's a farm-to-table, market-fresh salad bar. And with that market-fresh salad bar and the meats, it's non-GMO, fresh, organic, no MSG. There is no hormones, and everything is from local farmers right here in the community.
So do you own any of your own farms, or do you just depend on those local farmers?
Yeah, we order here from the vendors, so yeah.
Okay. And how do you know when you're ordering from those farms? I'm just curious, and I also have another friend that does the farm to table concept. But how do you know that these people are truly doing what they say they're doing, non-GMOs and all that good stuff, what we're looking for?
So for example, what are the vendors? So we have a box, and the box that they say if it is organic or sustainable, or if it is what it has all the product. And so label.
There's that hair.
And,
sorry, guys.
And also, we trust. We have this vendor that I have a relationship for a long time, so that is very trustable.
That is awesome. I've always been curious about that and how that works. Because I know my friend that I mentioned, he does own like all his own farms and, sugarcane plants and stuff like that. And that's what he brings together. So I was just curious. What lessons did you learn in opening Fogo de Chao that helped you when you created 12 Cuts?
So we work in Brazil too. So this is we brought from Brazil, where we grow up with this culture. And so we brought the culture here. And then we continue to improve to make sure that the Americans, they welcome us so well. And then we kind of make sure that the food is good, not only for our country that we grow up, but for America, for people here. So we kind of work to make sure it is a better and improve it for people here. They like it, so we make some changes that is more from here. So
okay. And that's what you did moving forward when you opened 12 Cuts?
Yes,
Gotcha.
And then 12 Cuts is something that we want to open for a long time, some restaurants. So, and we're looking for different locations since Juarez is the problem and health and doctors here. So for us to find a location here was more convenient. And so.
And you totally, so the building that you're in right now, I can't remember what it was before. Was it a Jack's?
It was another Brazilian restaurant.
It wasn't another Brazilian. So I never
Yeah.
ate at that one, but I know that from what I understand, you guys went in there and just completely gutted, remodeled, and I mean, people, if you go in there, you are just going to be amazed. It's not only good food, it's a gorgeous place to sit down and eat, and you just feel so welcome as soon as you walk in the door. So, and Alda and JJ are usually there. At least you've been there every time I've been there.
Yeah, JJ is there every day, 7 o'clock in the morning until almost close.
Oh my goodness, that makes for a long day. What time do y'all close?
We close usually 10:30.
You're a beast, JJ.
Yes.
Well, and they have another partner, Desjair, who that helps them as well.
Do we call him Dee Dee?
Dee Dee. Yes, Dee Dee. But, you know, talking back around how Juarez, he completely regutted. He was the one pulling up the tile and the floors, and it's so beautiful. It's just a very airy, eclectic, contemporary atmosphere. With
Lots of space for people to hold major events and just to, you could do a family reunion there. I know we did an event there, was it 2 months ago?
Yeah.
With Success
It
North
was
Dallas.
September, yeah.
And I believe we had 147 people show up, and we were in that back area, and there was not a minute that anybody felt cramped.
Yeah, we can accommodate. I mean, that is our upper Pampas area, and that room will accommodate up to 200 people. So for groups, we can do from 10 up to 350 people in the entire restaurant.
That's amazing, and it is just such a beautiful place. I do want to share one little tip with people if you go eat there. Don't overdo it at the salad bar. You're going to want to overdo it, and then you're going to miss out on all the fantastic meat. That's what I always do. I always get so full ahead of time, and then I'm like, I'm going to turn this over now. But your salad bar is amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
Well, and that's where we have the medallion that goes red and green that you can go through. And when you're ready to take a break and let your food digest, it's like turn it to the red. And when you're ready to have the food and have them come with all the different meats, that's turn it to green, take a break, have a little bit of grilled pineapple with the enzymes to balance your stomach. And
is that what that's for?
It does. It helps it. And it's a great dessert.
Yeah. I did not know that's what that was for. So, and that's... The grilled pineapple is amazing too. So I want to take this in a little bit different direction for a second, okay? So I love that you've described 12 Cuts as a safe place for you all as well as a family, but also as a place for others and specifically for JJ. 12 Cuts is a safe place for him to work and live out his dream while having Parkinson's disease. So for those of you watching us, I'm sure you can see JJ shaking, but it's not because he's, coming off anything. He's
happy.
He's happy.
Not the
So how has his physical disability played into the evolution of the restaurant, and how can other employers take advice from his story and make their environment safer and more comfortable to those with disabilities?
Well, having limitations and disabilities as today you say it in society, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
Especially with employers to just be more open-minded and embracing it. And I think as employers are watching, it's not only about just being open-minded and embracing it, but just because somebody has a disability or a limitation doesn't mean they can't do something. When you are removing yourself from stress, and of course, just living in today's society, we have so much stress in the world we live in, but not causing additional stress with that. And that's the number one key with any type of disability. But that away as well is what causes the stress for them right now is not having a full house. They want to be able to have that full house and be able to share. And that's what gets Juarez excited about really helping people and puts him on stage so that he's actually not thinking about, wait, am I shaking because I'm just like ready to dance, or it is what it is. And this is part of what his illness, and it allows employers to say, wait, I might have someone that has limitations, but they can do this and that. And that's what Juarez's message is, to really reach out and say, it doesn't matter what you want to do. For him, his dream is what he knows and what his family has grown up with. All of our families, not just from Argentina and Brazil, but what we grew up with, the beef. And that's what they want to really share with that, while he is holding out his dream and being compassionate and teaching that compassion to others to say, hey, it's okay. But also trying to say, here, help us. Help me not be so nervous and be sad or and stressed, and just help me with bringing groups into the restaurant.
Absolutely. And I think that is one of the reasons why I really, after talking to y'all and hearing JJ's story, is the main reason I wanted to have y'all. And, of course, I want to promote y'all any way I can, but I really want to help get the word out about this. We were sharing earlier that I have a niece who has muscular dystrophy,
And I've got one of the muscular dystrophies with an overlap of the erythematosus lupus. Yet again, it's just another limitation.
Right.
And there's so many different illnesses in today that we all have a story. We all have a journey. No matter, everybody in the world does. And it is about just reaching into the community and for us to say, hey, there's Parkinson's. Anybody know of the good Parkinson's foundations in the community? Please contact us, because we're looking to really partner with them and the family, because this is something so dear to them. And while there's others with autoimmune or nerve ending or anything that might go into the way Parkinson's does, it's just really important about speaking about it. Yes. And not just embracing it, but being that voice. And that's really what Alda and Juarez, more importantly, want to be, that voice to say, hey, this is what we're doing, and to be an example to anybody that might help us with helping find a location or one of the Parkinson's foundations that might be looking, because we've been having a challenge with that, and help send us groups so that we can really start becoming a better employer to not just people needing a job in the community, but also to people that have limitations, because we're open, and it's just about a way of life. It's about how we do things. Sometimes if you've had it a little bit longer than others, few decades, you learn how to mask things, but you also learn how to teach others and share it and be that voice, as well as what Juarez is looking to. It doesn't have to just be Parkinson's, whatever type of limitation. This is his, and this is his voice and his story of what he wants to tell others.
I think it's so important. There's so many things that you just said there that I want to kind of highlight. But number one, I want to say, JJ, you doing what you do and showing up at the restaurant for 100 hours a day, you're giving hope to other people that may have that same disability or a similar disability. So thank you for that. And I want to tell you, Michelle, I mean, we had just a random conversation the other day, and you were talking about your disability or your limitation. And we just recently found out, I say recently, it's been about a year, that my niece, they finally figured out what was wrong, and it's muscular dystrophy. And, to some people, you might think this could be a death sentence if you don't know anything about it. And so when you shared with me that you've dealt with it for what'd you say, 30 years?
Yeah, try not to look at the gray. But yeah, it's been, this past October was 30 years.
But you gave me so much hope. And so I thank you for that.
Well, yeah, you're welcome. I mean, ultimately, and that's like, what Alda and I do, it's like the Lord. It's the Lord Jesus, and we go in prayer every morning and to just say, hey, here we are, send us into what we need to do. But also to be that inspiration and hope, as you mentioned, for others. And it can be just, people coming into the restaurant while we're here, but, passing on the road or whatever it might be, because you never know what somebody's going through. And with that said, it's just what helps that person with having that better quality of life. And obviously it's going to be diet, which here's the good food. And that's kind of one of the reasons that they're so focused, because people don't realize that GMO, the non-GMO, no MSG, we cater to people with special dietary needs. And people don't really realize it until they really start watching, what their diet is. And it's just about having that farm to table fresh food to have that diet, exercise, and then being in a stress-free as much as you can environment.
Well, I tell you what, the only stress I feel is after I eat too much when I come there, which I do every time.
And then you relax, let your belly, have your time with family and friends like us from South America, do, and then you've eaten healthy and you know that you've not put junk in your body.
Yes.
And 98%, I want to say, I haven't looked at the statistics lately, but the restaurants, and they have MSG in there, unfortunately.
Absolutely. One other thing you said, and correct me if I misheard you, but I don't think I did, is that, you're creating a culture there where you welcome those people that have the limitations to come and maybe even work for you. Mm-hmm. That is amazing.
And that is amazing. Might not be for the server or what they can do, and to be able to be versatile. If someone comes, they can't do, that's where we're pretty open-minded to see who comes, how we can do that.
That is so amazing. You guys have got an incredible culture going on. So, okay, let's shift the topic just a little bit. We're going to pivot a few times here, okay? We're going to keep it interesting. So you guys have an incredible presence on social media, and you share stunning photos of your food and your menu. How has social media helped you tell your story and highlight what maybe you do differently when it comes to social media?
Well, we can always be better. And right now we're needing, because we want that full house. And us opening just in August, that's where we're asking, please help us get better. We are going out there with all of the different social media sites, obviously from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram. We've even got some of the young ones on Snapchat and telling their stories and things. But we have our sites on there for all of those. Okay. And the Google reviews, the Yelp, and the TripAdvisor, as well as having our website. So any and every one of those, we ask you that when you come, share your photos, share your stories, so that we can help share our story with the world, just to say, come to us. And on the other side, if there's something that we need to be doing and you've got an idea, we welcome it. Our email is on our website. Go to 12cutsteakhouse.com and you can just share that. Look at our reviews. We've got some outstanding reviews.
I think I've left one.
Thank you.
And I know my friend did the other night that I brought for his birthday. So, by the way, that birthday cake was ridiculous. It was so good.
Yeah.
And I love the personal presentation, writing his name and happy birthday. It was really well done.
And that's the special events. We really want to focus when you do have that special event. Let us know when you make your reservation. Not only is it just this birthdays, if it's an anniversary, whatever type of special event. If you're wanting to have that group to come in, I ask you, just let us know, call us. We can accommodate, again, from 10 up to 350 people. And we have state-of-the-art audiovisual, state-of-the-art space that it can separate in, and we can do all-day meetings. So if you have that breakfast, just because we specialize in lunch and dinner, come for that breakfast meeting. You're going to get some great food, some great specials. We can do theme breaks, lunch, happy hours, receptions, dinners. Whatever it is that you might need, that you want to have some good food and great space to do. You don't need to go to the typical places where people go to have their meetings. They don't think about that.
I've witnessed this myself on several different occasions. I think I have a problem. I might be a bit addicted to you guys.
Please, we need that, and we appreciate it too.
So let's talk about the culture, because every time I walk in there, I get the same experience, and that's so important, right? So let's talk about, what is the culture like at 12 Cuts, and how important is your team's culture in creating an excellent experience for your guests?
Well, it's the culture of South America, and if you have, we're Americas, so Americas are North, Central, and South, but South America is so much about family, good food, and friends, and just coming around and just being together, and just we call it in Argentina charlar.
Should I try to say that?
Charlar. To just have conversation. It's a good conversation, and I haven't learned quite yet the proper Portuguese word for
Conversar.
And so that's what it really is about. But the environment, the upscale dining, 5-star experience that you have, along with the positive 5-star reviews that we've had, and it's that airy, eclectic, contemporary, casual atmosphere.
Absolutely. So how long do each of your servers go through training? How long does their training take?
So right now we just open, so we train every day. So every day is a training. So
Okay.
because we don't have time to go through training, so we started to work. We have every day by one, and training.
Okay.
Until
Okay.
they were thinking out.
So the reason I asked that question is because I would say you guys probably have the best service of any place that I've ever ate at. And I've eaten at some pretty nice places. So there's not a second like that. If I get up from the table, I come back, there's somebody waiting there to pull my chair out for me. You know, my napkin's been folded. It's just, and both you and JJ, every time I'm there, you'll come out, how was your experience?
Yeah.
How's your food? How's everybody treating you? I mean, it's just, and multiple waiters. It's not just one.
Well, this goes back to their knowledge, for the past 20 years of what to do and how to do it right in that 5-star dining experience. But as they look at applications and they're interviewing the servers and the bartenders and the staff. It's just one of the criterias that we look for. And it's not like you have to, but we look for that positive, good attitude that they're going to be on fire, ready to serve. And the white glove 5-star service, you can teach that, but a person has to have that fire from within.
You know, I say the exact same thing when I'm hiring for my staff.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody, I'm like, and I typically look for people that don't have experience doing what I do, because I feel like I teach a little bit different than the rest of the recruiting world. But I tell them, I'm like, I can teach you how to recruit, but I can't teach you how to have passion.
Right.
You've got to have that coming in the door.
And that's that positive attitude.
Yes.
Of, Walt Disney said it best, when you go on stage, leave it behind the door, walk out. And that's one of the things about our culture. It's like, just leave that behind, because it's about the customer's experience. We all have something, what we've talked about.
Yes.
And it's also not asking anything from the staff that any of the management team wouldn't do themselves. Lead by example.
I love that.
And then on the same place, they are on the floor every day. So Juarez and Juarez, and they are every day on. So and they are doing the right thing. So they are the same for the server. So everything happened. They are there. They are still like, next time you do that. So this is a continual thing.
And we can always, nobody's perfect.
Right.
None of us are perfect. So we're always looking for ways that we need to improve and can improve, and listening to the feedback from the associates as well.
That is awesome. So how does the family-owned element contribute to the atmosphere and the menu?
This is another thing that we are there doing every day. So we look at the food every day, recipes, and that we take care every day step. Everything happens. So the owners that me, Juarez, Dejair, and his wife. So we are there, look everything. So we want to make sure if the food is the right temperature, everything. So we take care like very close. We make sure all customers come in, feel like family, feel part of our restaurant.
Like I get hugs when I come in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like family.
Yeah, and that's
that
what we
part
want.
of our family.
That is awesome. Awesome. You may not get hugs the first time you come in. You just gotta
Keep coming back.
Keep coming back. Yeah, then you'll get
to
hugs.
know us, and then we're going to be excited to give you that South American hug.
But
Yeah.
if you need,
beso.
just ask it.
If you need it, just he likes to give hugs. That is awesome. So I'd like to hear from all of you on this. What have you loved the most about coming to this country and creating this restaurant of your dreams? And what are some of the challenges that you faced in your journey as an entrepreneur in this country?
So the beginning, this country welcomed us very well. So I like this country. I feel part of. Soon I come, I feel part of this country. And so this is the dream. If in Brazil, maybe it's not possible because all different issues, but here it's possible, financial, location, and everything. So, and the challenge, tell that we are open to all cuts. Brazilian Steakhouse is the location open with the best food, best service. So people come in, so that we spread the word.
And how long have y'all been open now?
3 months.
Has it been 3 months already?
3 months.
August
Wow.
27th.
Y'all have done a lot in 3 months. And I mean, the restaurant was packed the night I was there.
We've hit the road running.
That's awesome. Awesome. JJ, what do you like best about coming to this country?
I love it to be here.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
Okay. And did you come around the same time?
I actually was born here. I was
Okay.
born in the United States. My father's from the States and my mother's from Argentina. So I was blessed to have that dual citizenship.
Gotcha.
And when I was 7, we went over to Argentina, and I got to spend all my school years until high school. Then I came back here and
Okay.
got to. And now I'm fortunate to take and go back and take my daughter to teach that culture in another generation, because that South American culture is so important.
It is.
Argentinians, Brazilians, very, very similar, different, but it is just about that South American culture that we keep going back to, that there's just nothing like it. It's about tranquility and happiness. And that's one of the things that Juarez was like, just be happy. Let's just be here. And that's what it is. This country is a wonderful country, and it is about sharing that with the North Americans so that they can really appreciate and enjoy this type of good food.
Well, and I will say again, the food is amazing, especially the lamb. That's my favorite. The lamb chops.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And the picanha. Picanha is
What's that?
Picanha is the top sirloin, and that's by far my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
And y'all have is it a tomahawk?
Tomahawk.
So that's pretty not normal, right?
Yeah.
Now for this type of restaurant. So, but we offer to everybody.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's the 12 cuts. That's what 12 cuts came from. It's 12 cuts of the
I didn't
prime.
know that.
Yeah, it's our focus on the prime cuts.
To have the best 12 cuts.
That is so cool. I was wondering where that came
Yeah,
from.
well, and they wanted to come up with something that was easy to remember, and it's got the top 12 cuts.
Yep.
Well, and of course, too, that probably comes up a lot faster because it's a number, like when people
It
are
does.
Googling.
Yeah, we realized that later.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
That's something that I wouldn't have thought of until Marissa's been helping us with our SEO, with our VIP website. And there's so many things she says, and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't have thought of that at all
Wow.
to make it, to optimize it. So she's done a great job optimizing ours. So what's in store for 12 Cuts in the future? Where do you see the restaurant in the next 5 years?
So our plan is to grow, open more, and give opportunity for people that work with us today to grow with us. So we want our employee to feel good and then grow with us at the company. So we have, I don't know how many, 5 years, maybe 5, maybe 4, but
Okay. Have you thought about where the next location might be?
not yet.
Do you think it'll be in the DFW area, or do you think it'll be outside of the DFW?
Probably we have a lot of Brazilian steakhouse in Dallas, so maybe a different area.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another one of the goals that Alda and I had was for Juarez and Juarez to be able to even just be running this one while her and I, as they're opening different other restaurants, and her and I can really go to what our real passion is reaching out and serving. And that's to start a nonprofit that helps for in Argentina, in Brazil, and in the Dallas area. There's so many, but it's just something that what we feel calling.
Awesome. Well, you let me know when you get that nonprofit started, because I definitely want to partner with you and support you on that.
Great. Thank you so much.
I'm excited for that. Okay, guys, how do people find you?
www.12cutsteakhouse.com, and you can go there, make your reservations. You can call us at 469-779-7012. We've got our brochures right here. We are open for lunch and dinner, and we also have Sunday brunch, which is fabulous. They've made some great homemade cakes and fresh fruits on there. The space, again, we've got some great space for some groups, and you can email us. Our email's on there. Go onto any of our social medias if you want to reach out, or just call and ask for either Alda or myself, and we're happy to help you.
That is awesome. I can already know where next Mother's Day is going to be.
Please.
There, it's easy.
Love it. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Okay, well, we are to the part of the show where we kind of put you on the hot seat and we ask you our VIP questions. And these are designed to get you to think kind of outside of the box and kind of get you outside your own head. So, my first question, and any of y'all can take this, whoever wants to. If you were chosen to be one of the first colonists on Mars, the planet, what 3 things or people would you take with you?
I say, I'm going to take my family. I don't change my family for nothing. So my son, my husband, and my food.
12 cuts.
12 cuts on Mars. Opening soon.
A Churrasco experience on Mars. There you go.
Okay, again, up for grabs. What is one thing you do to start your day to set you up for success?
That's going to be the prayer.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we try to just be still and know that He is with us, and He is, this is not about anything that we have, is all about His anyway. But Alda and I try to. We don't always get to because things just jump in the way, but individually we do, and that's just like the first thing that we try to do is pray.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, guys. One more question. If your life's work was being summarized in a news article, what would the headline be?
We come up with our blessings.
Our blessings.
Our blessings, because life
It's
is just a
beautiful.
blessing, and it's about being able to share that. And just like we talked about with people with limitations and having their journey and being grateful and blessed. And it's not always easy, especially when, and you can just for your niece, it's not always easy on those hard times, but just knowing that this, whatever we have is a blessing that the Lord is about to use to bless somebody else.
Awesome. And I'm just going to give a shout out to Audrey Tabor, my niece. I love you very much. So, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your story. And I hope everyone out there will really pay attention to what's going on here, because not only are they striving to follow their passion of serving others by opening up that nonprofit, they're already opening that door today by hiring people that might have those limitations. So be sure you check them out and give them some support so that we can help them follow their dream. And so, guys, I have one last thing to say to you. You are VIPs.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. We
And
appreciate
that's a
you.
wrap for today. Join us next week here on the We Are VIP podcast. We'd love to know how we can help you be a VIP. To find out more, log on to wearevip.com.